What is going on, everybody? It is Matthew Schnoes, the Goal Crease Guardian, coming to you about the Stop It Goaltending Game Day app. Let's go. Been talking about this one, teasing this one for a while. I really am looking forward to this video on the Stop It Goaltending Game Day app. Brain Daccord has been out in a couple of different places promoting this, especially on the InGoal Radio podcast. I'll link that down in the description below for anyone who hasn't heard it. It's fantastic. He talks a lot in detail about what the app is about, and I actually got the chance to speak with Brian about it as well in a one-on-one session to teach me how to use the app, which I thought was really, really cool. One of the things that he goes over in those situations is your shot types. That's very important to this because one of the biggest points in this is shot quality. Shot quality goes from a grade X chance at your highest to a grade C chance at your lowest. So grade X chance is typically crossing the center line at least once, and that's your highest probability of a goal in that situation. A grade C chance would be something like a clear-sighted point shot. It's not very likely that puck goes in, so your expected goals on that goes down. I think that it's a lot of fun to kind of get to learn and get to understand the situations in this app, and that's something that, you know, it takes some practice. I've done it quite a few times already on my own games, tried to get an idea of how this app works and, you know, where I can improve. It's fun for me to see it statistically and in a way that's unbiased, because that's how these numbers work. They come out very unbiased. I gave up 4, but I really should have given up 6. So I outplayed my situation in that game. I think that that's a really exciting thing to have for everybody and not just for professionals like it has been in the past. Once you've created a game on that screen where you go through, you add your name, your opponent's name, even up to the other goalie on the ice. You add all of that information in. Now you're presented with a screen that has your 4 types of shot quality, as well as your rebound retention rate. That's a really, really important part of this because you want to make sure that your rebound retention is staying higher. So in this app, there are 3 types of rebound that can be noted. You have retained for a whistle, retained by your team, or turned over to the other team. It's pretty straightforward, but it gets the point across and helps to determine your rebound retention rate. The higher that number is, the better it is. You also have your puck handling retention rate, which is the same, and your glove retention rate, which talks about if you catch it cleanly and you hold it, if that puck pops out, or if that puck ends up on the other team's stick. There is also the goal screen, and that goal screen will present to you your 4 shot quality types, as well as a small rink, a half rink, that will show you where that shot was taken from, and a net to show you where the puck went into the net. There's also an open goal tab, which is nice because if that puck gets past backdoor and you can't get there, it doesn't discount you for not getting to that puck and say you got beat 5-hole if it goes into the middle of the net. It just says it went into an open net instead, which is a nice touch. There's also an option to add notes so you can talk a little bit about the play in that time, which I think is awesome. Once you're done with the game, it gives you a game report that talks about all of the information that you were presented with in that game. It talks about the shot quality that you saw, how many shots you faced, the saves you made, what your expected goals against was versus your actual goals against, and it talks about rebound retention, puck playing retention, and glove retention, which are very, very important in this app. If you can control the puck more, that means you're not giving out chances, and that means that the other team isn't getting chances to score. So the higher those numbers can be, the better they are. I think that that's one of the keys for this app. We also see if you're giving rebounds into areas where your team can get it or the other team can get it, which I think is fantastic because, again, it just shows your ability to control the play, which is something that I find incredibly important, and I found it was hard to kind of monitor sometimes when you're coaching a team and you're watching a game. The other part about this that's really, really nice is that you can do this while you're watching a game live. So you can go ahead and fill this out, watch the game live, and then present it to your coach right afterwards. This gives everybody a little bit more context. This is something that I wish I had when I was playing. I wish I had when I was coaching full time, because presenting to a coach with context, the fact that a goalie maybe gave up 5 goals in that game, but was supposed to give up 7 based on the expected number, is different than a coach saying, well, I didn't like that goal because it went through them and I don't like those. It's not always how it works. Sometimes the quality of the shot dwarfs the fact that it went in a certain way. In the app, you also have your account history, so you can see every game that you've played in and go back through, taking a look at the shots, the shot quality, all of those kinds of things. It helps you to look at opponents and maybe ideas on how they create offense. Overall, I love this app. I think it's fantastic. I think Brain Daccord and Stop It Goaltending have done a phenomenal job setting up something that helps goalies, it helps coaches, it helps parents, it helps all of us. And it's something that gives us numbers that are very, very comparable to NHL numbers. When you talk about expected goals and all of those kinds of things, those are numbers that we didn't typically get to see. We could guess a little bit, but we didn't get to see them. So now that we can create those reports ourselves and bring them out, we can start to understand, you know what? Maybe I'm not as good at lateral chances. Maybe I'm just letting up too many goals from the point when it's screened, or I'm getting beat on a certain play when that puck is outside. You can talk about all of those things. All of the notes that you provide gives that context, and I think that that's just awesome. I think that it provides a level of detail that we did not see before, and I think that that's something that's going to really move goaltending forward. So for me, I would recommend the Stop It Goaltending app to anyone. It's a monthly subscription, but it's relatively inexpensive, and you can have a 1 goalie subscription, or you can have it set up so you can do multiple goalies, so you can do yourself and your opponents, or if you're a coach who's doing this full time and does a lot of game reviews, you can have multiple goalies on the same app. To me, it's worth it. I really, really think that this app pushes us forward in a way that we can all learn more about how we play, and I'm really excited to continue using it. I might even start putting some of the numbers into my own videos to try and understand things, because I always love statistics and how it affects the game and how we can learn from it. So for me, this is a huge plus. If you've got any questions about it, please let me know down in the comments below. Have you used the app before? What did you think of it? I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback, and hopefully everyone that watches this video will at least go ahead and give the Stop It Goaltending app a try. It's fantastic. It's in the App Store, and I think that it's totally worth it. So thank you to Brain Daccord for walking me through this app, teaching me how to use it. Thank you for letting me make a video about this. I'm really excited. I hope that all the goalies out there really take advantage of this app, because I think it's a huge thing for our development as a position, and I look forward to seeing everybody in the next video.